What If by Jerry D. Young. She called Gary and talked to him about the situation. "You can come back here," Gary immediately said. "I have a good place here and the place in the Ozarks." "Not yet," Bethany said. "But thank you. I was kind of counting on that possibility when I called. What else do you think is happening or going to happen? I'm afraid it's going to be one of those mega disasters that Tom and Jerry D. write about." "I don't know, Bethany," Gary said. "I'm afraid of the same thing. I had a discussion with one of the forum members on another board about some things that are happening. It got a bit of tinfoil hattishness about it, but the more I think about it, the more I think it is possible." "What is it?" Bethany asked. "Well, it is far-fetched, but here goes. What if, say, that some of the secret programs that are whispered about from time to time are reality, not just wild speculation? Things like HARP, weather creation, modification, and control, creating, or more likely just triggering earthquakes where the forces of nature are just right. Volcanoes, too. What if the North Koreans, perhaps with Chinese help, are retaliating for the series of earthquakes and cyclones that area has endured recently? Perhaps in retaliation, in turn, of the great numbers of hurricanes that have been hitting the U.S. over the last few years, under control of some type by the Chinese? Hurricanes that didn't follow the expected path and appeared one after the other, Katrina, for example, and the deep sea quakes that have caused the tsunamis of late." "Oh, Gary," Bethany said, keeping a sharp eye on the road as she drove and talked through the Bluetooth phone. "That's really out there." "I know. But add in the rumors about the FEMA camps already set up, the government building new, bigger, and better bunker systems for the cream of the crop in the government, them buying out Mountain House freeze-dried food stocks, canned butter and cheese. You probably know of how hard it was to find some of those things here a while back." Yes, I do remember. I had to wait 6 months to get some things I wanted about that time. Huge orders of ammunition by the government for domestic use and shortages for civilians. Things are still somewhat difficult to get, though it's better now than last year. The bringing in and training of U.S. military forces for use against domestic civil unrest under direct control of the president. "I'm still listening," Bethany said when Gary's voice faded away. "And there are the other weather patterns. The terrible winter in the northeast, the flooding southeast, the droughts out west." "But those could all be natural," Bethany protested. "Could be. What if they aren't? What if the major nations are already at war with these kinds of weapons? Weather and tectonic weapons, based here or in space, maybe, that the powers that be aren't telling the populations of their own countries? I mean, there are the Illuminati, Bilderbergers, Trilateral Commission, the Round Table, the New World Order, the Security and Prosperity Partnership of North America, the UN's attempts to take sovereignty away from nations. I don't know. There could be more I'm not thinking of." "That's a lot to take in, Gary. Give me a few days to think about it." "Of course. Hearing myself say it, it even seems even more incredible than when I was talking to that forum member about it. But if it is true, yeah, what if?" You have been listening to an audiobook excerpt from What If by Jerry D. Young, published by Creative Texts Publishers, LLC. All rights reserved. Visit our Creative Texts website at www.creativetext.com to check out all of the other great authors and titles available from the Creative Texts catalog.